It's one of the biggest untold stories of globalization. Chinese and Arab migrants on each other's shores.
You always feel that you might make a mistake or you might don't say the right word at the right time.
Ordinary people trying to adapt to their adopted homes.
有好些文化，就是说差异比较大，这可能对一些工作和生活来说挑战比较大。
If you always keep thinking about going back, you'll not be able to succeed inside the place that you're staying.
And make sense of their newfound worlds.
You got different lifestyle from these two places. I don't think I can survive here, though.
The city of Yiwu in southeastern China houses the largest Arab settlement in the country. Married 38-year-old trader Ammar from Yemen has lived here for over 19 years. His two young sons were born in China. Like many here, Ammar made his fortune shipping wholesale goods to the Middle East. But conflicts in the Arab world are now affecting the entire community.
Most of us have been affected because of the business is going down.
The business in Middle East now very, very, very bad. Now go into Syria is not safe because many thieves there, and maybe when your container coming on the road, have one bomb will come on the container and will damage all the goods. That means you lose all of your money.
In Yemen it's the same.
Every day we pray how many thousands times to stop the war in Syria.
We can share any ideas with each other. It's like, how do you think that we would go forward? And how could we, overcome these difficulties?
If we are many persons together to do some new business, I think it would be success more than I am alone or you are alone or something like this.
But in the meantime, Yiwu's once bustling trade markets are quieter each day. This shipment is Ammar's first of the month.
In the normal time, we used to ship like 20 to 30 containers a month. Yeah, when it wasn't like any war happening. Right now, we are shipping an average like 3 to 5 containers only a month. Yeah, so it get down a lot.
With little hope of recovery anytime soon, Ammar is at a crossroads. He can't go home, but he can't afford to stay in China much longer with no business.
Well, it did really affect our life, and for this financial support for your family, you need to think about some other options.
Ammar is worried about his family back in Yemen.
This is my father, the man who have taught me mostly everything in my life, and it's been a long time I didn't see him. This is my mom. It's just because of the war, more than 2 years you cannot see your parents. It's really painful. I want to go there, actually. I miss Yemen. I want to go and see them there. And then plan to, give them a place that's safer and better for them. Because they deserve that. I'm sorry, it's hard when you remember about your family.
Although he's a trader, Ammar completed his master's degree in medicine in China 10 years ago. His wife Nisreen is a trained dentist. They both think it might be time to get back into medicine.
والله شوف الحين حتى المستشفى هذا الكبير حق الدونفان هذا الجديد.
خلاص في واحدة اشتغلت.
معلش أيضا ممكن واحد يبدأ ستيب باي ستيب شوي I'm leaning on finding a job in the clinical field because you still don't know what time this situation will be better about the war because it's something that you cannot control.
To help with the bills, Nisreen teaches at her son's school. She applied for a dental license to work in China a few months ago.
I really want to stay here and I want all the day to work as a dentist.
She was a good dentist in Yemen, and I'm sure she will be famous very quickly here in Yiwu too.
In Cairo, 43-year-old engineer Ai Fubiao also wishes he could return to his old profession. He moved to Egypt from China with his family 12 years ago to grow mushrooms. But a year ago, Fubiao's mushroom farm was shut down. The project owners have promised to build a new farm, but progress has been slow. He's had to find temporary work at a furniture company to support his family.
旧的农场关闭了，当时就好像自个儿的亲手照顾大的一个婴儿似的，没有了。对我来说，最大的挑战，原来面对的是一些机器和设备，现在的是每天面对不同的客户，这是最大的挑战。 那我先跟他确定一下，是不是能改到今天？行，那行，好嘞。开始呢，只是觉得是一份工作，慢慢的享受这份工作，要把它干好。现在就是开始搞商业，搞市场。从我经历来说吧，又丰富一些经历，又开始对于工作的 领域吧，又拓宽了自个儿的领域。
现在由于这个埃及这个汇率的不稳定。
But just as Fubiao gets used to working in the furniture business, the company is facing a crisis. Rampant inflation in Egypt has affected industries across the country. And the furniture showroom is seeing a decline in sales. Fubiao and his boss, Yen Hazu, discuss their options.
所有的这种经济运行不是一种常态，在这种情况下，所以风险就很大。我们现在还是就是第一服务于中国，第二本土化，这可能是现在我们必须要走的一条路。
对。
If their strategy to reduce costs by localizing production doesn't work, the company may have to close, and Fubiao would again be out of a job.
我想现在这个时间对于埃及来说呢，是一个非常关键的一个时期，这是比较大的大局的方向、大的问题。但是对于我个人来说呢，我希望这个危机呢，结束的时间越短越好，尽快好转吧。
21-year-old Johnny Chai has flown in from Dubai to visit his parents in their hometown in southeastern China. Johnny didn't graduate from high school, but he's determined to follow his dream in animal conservation and get a senior job at the Dubai Aquarium.
你说咱大家人食鱼翅先，
这鱼翅刮起来，这个
刮起来，刮起来鱼翅刮起来了，鱼迄个刷鱼，伊就是佫是黑矮哦，毋过就是佮添咧水的，因为咱后要食鱼翅咧，食鱼翅刮起来，然后添咧水，迄个鱼毋就是死咯。
一条是无大，一条我赞成，一条我赞同。
恁爸爸是为啥？你去，咱鱼翅挂起来，咱放来，再出来等个我咯。
I don't think my family understand. Shark fin soup in my city is representing wealth. And this is a quite sad part.
Johnny moved to Dubai with his family when he was 11 years old. When his parents moved back to China 5 years ago, he stayed with his sister.
I prefer the Dubai style than here. You got very different lifestyle from these two places. But here you got more food that you like.
Johnny's told his parents that he wants to move out of the apartment he shares with his older sister.
We all grown up. I feel like maybe we both need a more like private place or space.
不愿意接受他搬出来的理由，他搬出来的理由是说他要体验一下生活。至于说他这个理由我们不满意，他从小在国外长大，接受国外的教育。 他思想肯定跟我们国内不怎么一样。
They will think, you are born Chinese, how are you not having Chinese culture in you? But they don't realize that because they are carrying me from one country to another country, you know, making me having a mixture of everything together. So I don't really feel like I'm Chinese anymore. So I'll not move back here. And the lifestyle is not fitting my lifestyle, so no, I cannot. I don't think I can survive here, though. Yeah.
"27-year-old entrepreneur Ammar from Syria grew up in Kuwait. But for the past 10 years, he's called China home. He lives here with his wife and 2 children and speaks Chinese fluently.
There's a lot of my friends who came to China. They still say like, oh, I'm not comfortable here. I always look at these people and I think, if you're sure that you want to live here, stop complaining and try building yourself a life. If you always keep thinking about going back, you'll not be able to succeed inside the place that you're staying.
Ammar's American football team, the Goats, have had a rough start to the year. Many of their key players have left, and they now have to train new recruits.
我跟你每一个名词的意义给你们解释一下。对于2个地义来说，如果有地气，正对地气。
The problem is, many of the new recruits have never played American football before.
有人不明白1、2、3、4、5、6号位是什么意思？不用记号码，不用记号码。第一有 tight end， 对住 tight end 走。右侧的第一。Sorry.
Their next big game is a week away. But Ammar is trying to stay positive. This native Syrian is committed to staying in China long term. Living in Guangzhou, a booming creative technology hub, has allowed him to launch his own tech startup here, selling home automation products to the Middle East. But Ammar has had to pour his own savings into developing his project. Eventually, he wants to market it worldwide, but he doesn't yet know if the Middle East will even take to his products.
Home automation business right now, the Middle East specifically, it is not as strong as let's say the US maybe, or Europe. It's something very new that it's really difficult for the people to accept. That's why even our own project, we're starting it step by step to introduce to the people.
He's officially launching the company next week, but still works full-time for his father's cargo company.
We're going to deliver 2 cargos today. One of them is going to go by air, and the other one is a sea cargo. it's going to be a crazy week this week. Really busy with work. We have the grand opening for the office as well as the big game coming this weekend. So, very crazy week. It's going to be a really busy week.
While Ammar is racing to stay ahead of his busy schedule, in Yiwu, business has come to an uncomfortable standstill. For over 19 years, trader Ammar has embraced his life in China. He even performs stand-up Chinese comedy in his spare time. It's a welcome distraction from his current financial worries.
我们这个段子应该围绕着还是什么？还是这些文字游戏。Okay. I think comedy, when facing problems in trading with the supplier, if you have a sense of humor in Chinese, sometimes it will make the atmosphere much more easier.
He's writing a skit with his comedy partner David Lin for their next big performance.
A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
For foreigner, it's a big challenge because it doesn't need you only to be mastering the language. You need to be really into this culture, so you understand how can I make people laugh. 还有再说你们东北人，哎，他是横着走路。
这为什么呀？
喝大了。
Ammar and David perform a traditional Chinese folk art called crosstalk, a double act that includes puns and wordplays on Chinese characters and culture.
Talking about the differences between cultures from the Middle East and China, there is a huge difference. The thing I can laugh at, maybe you don't laugh at in your country.
They're expecting over 600 people to attend their performance next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. So this makes you a little bit nervous, but I think we can make it.
Aspiring conservationist Johnny Chai has returned to the city he grew up in.
I feel much better coming back to Dubai because this place is more familiar. You know where to go, you know what to do on weekend. You have your job, you know. Your day is just like packed with full schedule.
Johnny's back at work at the Dubai Aquarium. He wants to work his way up to become an animal caretaker. But he's starting at the very bottom.
So as we know, the food chain goes from smaller to the biggest. If you come closer, you can see them actually. Yeah, that's how you can see them doing like this. Basically, we are breeding them for smaller species of animals. Oh, I've been doing this work for almost a year right now. And it's quite tough to handle in the beginning because you have a lot of things that you don't understand about them, and they are quite fragile.
To gain experience in working with bigger animals, Johnny volunteers at the exhibits in his free time. He's about to get into the aquarium's main tank to feed these stingrays.
I can't open the mouth. It's mackerel. So, yeah, we're gonna feed these to the stingrays.
But the rays aren't the only fish in the tank. A senior diver will be keeping a close eye on Johnny.
Remember, when you get the food, if the rays are far, just put a stick.
You just enter into this blue world. You're somehow suspending inside a tank, so you have the feeling that you're flying. It's just really brilliant.
Hello. How are you doing? Johnny. Yeah, great.
Despite his parents' disapproval, Johnny has decided to go apartment hunting in Dubai.
I don't really listen to them because they've never listened to my opinions. I made a decision of my own.
But finding an apartment is tougher than he's expected.
I actually have looked at 5 apartments already, and then none of them really, excite me.
Please.
Thank you. Right.
This is the studio unit. There's a bedroom and a dressing table.
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I'm actually looking for an apartment. The price range about 3,000 to 3,500 dirhams. I mean, that's like the maximum I can give away. So, how much is this place?
4,000 per month each.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have somewhere else which is like
yeah, yes, I have.
Because I don't have.
Let I show you other one. This is the furnished one.
Yeah.
This is the studio unit. The smaller than this.
Are there any restaurants or grocery nearby that I can easily access to?
The apartment is within Johnny's price range, but there's a bit of a drawback.
When we just walked in, kind of have a bad odor out there,
It's some wastage plant backside. That's why. It's sometimes one time.
What plant is that?
It's a wastage plant.
Right. You can see it just right over there. It's pretty close to the apartment. And you can already imagine how much I'm smelling right now. Well, kind of not really happy with this, and I don't want to wake up every morning, go out with a coffee and smelling the the sewage treatment point. So I think I'm just gonna keep on looking for more. Yeah.
But with an entry-level salary at the aquarium, Johnny's wondering whether moving out was the right decision. In Cairo, engineer-turned-office manager Ai Fubiao is still waiting to get back to doing what he loves best.
这是湘菜，中国和埃及都有。这是油菜，只有中国有，埃及市场上没有。现代人的生活工作压力都比较大，一种花的话可以暂时忘掉一些烦恼吧，这样的话，修身养性。
For 20 years, Fubiao's life's work and passion has been mushroom farming.
旧的农场关闭之后，我这里呢始终保存着这个菌种。就说只要他的新农场一建好了之后，我的这类菌种呢马上就可以提供菌种，马上就可以生产。这个呢，这是试管菌种，母种，刚刚长出来，就好像一个家庭期待一个婴儿一样，非常期待。这是我可以说最感兴趣的事情吧，在蘑菇农场里边。 我希望新农场短期内建好。
Fubiao is still waiting for the mushroom farm to reopen, but it's been over a year and there hasn't been any progress. Aspiring entrepreneur Ammar from Syria is playing a crucial game of the season.
I couldn't even almost sleep all night long just thinking about it, like what's going to happen, what are we going to do, I'm not sure.
But the team are off to a bad start. They're short on players. The new recruits now have to play positions they aren't used to.
I don't play defense. I cannot. I'm not in a good shape.
Okay, I check.
Ammar is jersey number 44. It's his job to block opponents and to create space for the ball to get through. Against all odds, the goats are first to score. But at the start of the third quarter, the team's lack of fitness slows them down.
你唔好弓字步企得唔得？你起到動咩？弓字步。向後啲，向後啲，向後啲。
The opposition are catching up. It's now on defense to hold their lead until the game ends.
有人打他的话，请你过去一开波跑过来，就要跑快啊！然后制造机会让后面的人干，你把气氛带起来，他们就有机会。你每带不起来，他们就滚，好吧 ？OK。明白。
The goats have won 22-8.
Domination.
Domination.
But there's no rest for Ammar. He and his business partner Steve want to branch out on their own. They've now developed a line of home automation products to sell and are officially launching their company tomorrow. It's the night before their grand showroom opening. And there's still a lot of work left to do. They've enlisted some friends to help them.
There's going to be a lot of people, and we're going to introduce our smart home system for the first time. It's 7:15 now, and we're just starting.
They're trying to mount a display cabinet, but they've forgotten to tuck in the cloth.
شلون ما خطرت ببالي هالشغله؟ ايديكم.
خلاص جاهزين نفتحها كله. هاي الشفرة عم فاضي لا فيها ولا باللي معي.
We have to finish our work by tonight because we don't have more time.
Oh, this is like the 6th cup? No, 5th?
It's close to midnight, and the guys are exhausted. They need to work through the night, but they're determined to pull through. Preparations are also underway in Yiwu to house the 600-strong audience that will attend Ammar and David's crosstalk performance. A whimsical Chinese comedy cabaret based on wordplay. After 20 years in China, Ammar feels confident enough to crack jokes in his adopted language. But many in the audience will never have seen a foreigner performing crosstalk. It's going to be a tough crowd. Ammar and David are going through their lines one last time.
You always feel that you might make a mistake or you might don't say the right word at the right time.
好，我们闲话少说，我们的演出现在开始。接下来呢，请出一位非常特别的人，他是来自也门的阿玛尔和我们上西的女婿大伟。来，朋友们，掌声在哪里？谢谢。
I was sweating all over from the first minute. You stand there and you see like a lot of people waiting for you to speak out.
相声演员阿马尔大伟上台鞠躬。咱们就先说咱们首都北京人走路啊，他是低着头走路，这是生活压力大呀。哦，还有一个好处，他兴许能捡到钱呢。再说就是你们东北人走路怎么走？横着走路啊，斜着走路。 这干嘛呀？这是喝大了呗。哦，东北人爱喝酒。对对。
So the first minute is very important. If you pass it, It will be like just easy, relax on stage.
成语接龙玩过吗？玩过，字头接字尾啊。善，善则不来，来，来则不善。善，善则不来，来，来则不善。呸！
Well, making people laugh actually make you happy because you feel like you have achieved something, and you feel like seeing people smiling just because you've said something just make you feel like I'm at the right place, I'm saying the right things.
It went well, yeah. It was very nice, much better than I expected.
我们两个表演还好，很放松，主要是阿马尔还不错。我是给我捧他，主要是突出他。不过还不错，还不错，还不错，还不错。
你不要看我。
It's the grand opening of Ammar and Steve's showroom. They've managed to transform the office just in time. If this goes well, it could be the beginning of a new business venture in his adopted homeland.
So I'm very proud of my husband because he has been working really hard to open this office. He has been working since 9 o'clock in the morning until 11, sometimes 12 o'clock in the night. I think it's really hard work. So inshallah, I hope he'll be successful.
Me and Mr. Steve would like to thank everyone for coming here today. We appreciate you taking part of your time to show up here. Our main line for business is something called smart home and home automation. We would just give you a quick, maybe let's say a demo. When I open the door, basically it's just connected to your lights. It turns on the lights all by itself. We worked really hard to prepare this showroom, and everything actually turned out to be as good as we expected it to be. So we're really glad how it turned out.
Ammar and Steve may just have landed their first client.
بيئة بالشام هي بدها قطعة بالبيت تكون مخفية وحلوة مرتبة، هيك حساسة بدنا بطارية بتخفي كل الأمور هي، فأنا بدي أبعت عينات مع صاحبي.
A lot of people will criticize you. A lot of people will think that this is wrong. As long as you think that this is the correct way, try it. As long as you're sure about it, do it. Because every single person will say what he wants. They will not tell you what you want.
Back in Yiwu, Ammar's wife Nisreen has had some good news. Her dental license for China has come through. It's the first day of her new job at a clinic.
谢门呢？这个脱吗？那个可以拔掉吧？啊，这个。I spent 3 years without work as a dentist, but I feel no time is passed. It's very beautiful. I like it so much. It's very quiet and everything is arranged in a good manner. I like it so much. When they come with pain and they leave without any pain, so I feel I'm doing good job with him.
Meanwhile, Ammar is on his way to an interview at a new hospital. He's hoping that a return to medicine could help secure his family's financial future.
It could be really nice that if I could really get the job to work in this hospital, because they have also neurosurgery, and it's a new hospital. 你好，你好，你好，你好，你好，你好，走。
那么整个医院规模，我们是最大的，有1600张的床。 我们医疗环境绝对是在国内大陆上是可能是我们相对最好的资源。
The thing I'm worrying about is that I stopped doing medicine for a few years. I'm very excited, but still nervous about getting this job or not.
从高中毕业就过来了，就是博士在杭州念了几年，就是说因为家庭方面，然后说暂停一会儿，然后再继续。关键就是说中国的这个行医执照我还没有，还没拿到。
是的。
作为那个，
所以必须要先有资格。对，在我对你的能力进行考核，考核之后我们讨论认为是可以接受你，那么我们安排接受你怎么择业。
好的，
这样子。
那原则上是欢迎我到这里来。好。
那么我们也很乐意接受你，真的。谢谢。
I'm so happy that the interview with the head of this hospital just went well. He actually showed that he's welcoming me coming to his hospital to work. I'm so happy about that. Just a few months later, I will be here working.
Meanwhile, back in Dubai, aspiring conservationist Johnny is making steps towards independence.
All right, so, ta-da! My new apartment. Sherry, come over here. Come on, sit. Yes. Aww. So this is Sherry. She's my dog.
Johnny has found an apartment within his budget.
One studio room and nice balcony. It's a very important step for me because I'm the youngest in the family. So I'm always protected by my family. You know, like they don't let me do this, they don't let me do that. I like to read. So I can just sit there sometime, just read the whole day. Nobody's around. I can just leave the house like dirty for a week. Nobody really cares. I buy whatever food I like to cook. I like to eat. I go out anytime I want to. I come back anytime I want to. Because if you're always protected by the wings of your family, then you're never gonna grow up because everything's already arranged properly. I mean, my parents, yeah, they do feel down too because I don't really contact them. But I kind of know that it's important to text your parents or Skype with them once in a while to just make them feel happy.
Johnny's hard work at the Dubai Aquarium has paid off. He's been given a promotion to work in the terrestrial section with land animals.
Hey, morning. What's going on here?
Cato and Diego's inside the accident.
Oh, they're inside.
Yeah.
Okay. We just asked them to fit out the rest.
Yeah, families are inside. They encountered it. So today is the day that I'll be in charge for the terrestrial sections all by my own, including cleaning, food preparations, and training plus feeding. So this is a very big responsibility, and I hope I can handle it properly. 3. Wait. No. Wait for your turn. Hey, Mac. How are you doing? Seems like we're all hungry, huh? Okay.
He's advanced to another level now, which is I'm quite pleased. He's practical, he's superb, and now we want to boost the quality of what he's doing now with the reasoning, why I'm doing this, the science, the chemistry, or the physics behind what he's doing. So that will complete him and make him like a great aquarist. And he will move another level.
All right, so let's welcome two of my friends, Cato and Diego. Hello, guys. Come on down. Come on. Sorry. Good.
Johnny's also in charge of caring for and training the resident otters.
Yum. Moving into terrestrial section, it's a big improvement in my career life in Dubai Aquarium, because this means I'm now getting into a whole new field in animal science. Animal training is very important for animals in captivity because there are a lot of times we'll be sending them to a clinic for a body checkup. So we want them to not be panicking while they're meeting the vet. So over here, we ask the otters to stay still so the vet can do a proper body checkup for them. Hop, good. Go, go. Right? Yeah, in 5 years, I definitely will make myself join one of the biggest animals welfare organization, or maybe I will I'll go to Africa, one of the wildlife shelter, or maybe I'll go to Indonesia to join the research team in the jungle. I kept my ideas most of the time open, but I got a direction to follow, which is any place that can make me learn more about animal behavior.
I mean, it could be home anywhere. For me, it could be home anywhere.
In Cairo, engineer turned office manager Ai Fubiao has just received news about a new mushroom farm.
这是新农场那个主人Komi先生，他给我发来的短信。He want to meet me. We talk about the detailed things about the new mushroom farm.
But after more than a year of empty promises, Fubiao is skeptical.
在埃及有许多事情都不好确定。现在我的心态呢，就是人生也好，或是工作也好，就是好多事情呢，就是顺其自然。说点埃及的坏话，就是在埃及办事有些事情比较慢，有些不可控，因为我毕竟不是老板，就是好多事儿，我希望越快越好吧。
Despite Fubiao's doubts, the construction of the new mushroom farm has finally begun. He visits the site for the first time.
This area, this area for mushroom?
Yeah, it's under construction. We're building under construction.
Building. I think that this area is better for plant mushroom. 周围环境，还有这个地势，我看一下，非常非常好的地方。So that means half year we can start this new mushroom farm. Good news. 我也是很期待的，因为我毕竟是搞这个蘑菇的。
Fubiao's got 6 months to wait, but he's decided to give the furniture business a huge push and has committed his family to staying in Egypt.
中国话塞翁失马，焉知是祸福。有些时候呢，当关上一扇门的同时，又打开另一扇门。金字塔存在几千年，人短短几十年，所以呢，没有什么事情你放不下的，就要想开。我以前呢，始终是搞技术，专门研究技术，对市场呢基本上不关心。现在呢，我那个家具公司呢，我也算是一个小股东，现在进行家具生意。Before I'm just an engineer, now the future I think maybe half engineer, half businessman.
Once you decided to study abroad, there are some things that unexpected. The language, the culture, the diversity, the new environment and new bridges you're building with these new people you're meeting here. You thought this is just a transit, but then you found yourself actually living your life and sometimes most of your life here, not the back life that you were born in.
It's a very difficult question to answer, that if we ever decide to go back or if we ever decide to live here forever. Of course, we spent so long time here. build it, and we already feel comfortable here. We must keep trying here. We already built something, and hopefully we'll make it grow.